Hello, in this video I'm going to explain how Permit2 works. And to start off, what is Permit2? So Permit2 is a contract that's allow users to spend their tokens using off-chain signatures. So we are going to start with your address that is represented here. And suppose you have 100 USDZ. What is actually happening is that all that information or data live here in the ERC20 contract, so the USDZ contracts deployed, and it have a balance mapping, which is in green, and said that you have 100 USDC, and there is another mapping that is called allowance. And what allowance said is basically that a spender, most likely a DApp, have the possibility to claim X tokens, in this case to USDC. And when this happens is when you execute the proof function that live here. Once you do that, you update the mapping and do something like this. You ended up with something like this. That is why you have to execute twice or two transactions. This is the normal way to use your ERC20 tokens. So you have first a proof, and then you execute the transfer from or whatever transfer function that actually executed the transfer. So we're going to go to Permit2. The first thing that you have to understand is that you have to only send one transactions. And what is this transaction? Is the proof. You as a user can approve the same that I mentioned here, and you're allowing to Permit2 to use your tokens. Okay, so once you have done here, you are allowing this contract that have another mapping. And what this means, this mapping represents the allowance for spending, and have another function which called permit, which is important here, that is ERC 712. And what information they have? That information is a mapping, so it's gonna be you. Of course, all these mappings start with zero, with empty values. That says that a DApp have, or in this case the spender have allowance. In green is a package. Allowance is also another mapping or a struct that says that this DApp have the possibility to use your tokens. So the good thing here is that this permit function could be executed by anyone. In this case, you as a user sign a gasless transaction and using ERC 712, and then you send with that signature that you're seeing here, you send it to the DApp, and so the DApp actually executes these two functions that I am showing you here. In that way, the user only have to approve once, and you use unlimited use of this gasless ERC 712. That's it.